Hi, I'm Christian. Welcome back to another On the Road video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for proper voltage. Today we're working on a Viking built-in dishwasher. The customer's complaint is that sometimes when they go to start the dishwasher after selecting the cycle, it does not start most times. So to begin the repair, we do have to open the door and separate the door liner from the actual front panel. Now, there are several screws that go around the actual door liner and the door panel. There are two different sizes. One's a T20 and the other one's a T15. The tools you will need to complete this repair are a T15 driver and a T20 driver. So we're going to start on the left-hand side, and we're not going to do the first screw but the second screw. This one's a T15, and these are going to be the longer screws. These screws actually hold the door liner to the actual front panel. And we'll go over to the right side, do the same. Once we've taken out all the T15 screws, or the 4 T15 screws, we can now tilt the whole panel assembly towards the closing like we're going to close it, and we'll lift up and pop it out on both sides to remove the actual door panel. And we'll set this out of the way. Now we'll open the door again, and then I'm going to remove the top 6 T20 screws. There are 8 T20 screws here on the top. We are going to leave the center 2 in place. That actually holds the door latch assembly, and we don't have to remove that. Once the last screw is removed, we want to hold the actual control panel with our free hand and tilt the door assembly up. I'm just gonna remove the actual user interface and lay it here, and then we can actually remove the actual start button. Now that we have the actual control panel insert off, this is where the actual start cover goes, so we're going to be removing that part. Now we're going to be removing the old start button cover. To do so, there are 2 clips that we do have to press in and then push out on the actual switch. Just like that, and you can see one of the broken pieces fell off already. Now that we have the old one out, we can install the new switch. When installing the new switch, we want to line it up to where the actual start and cancel buttons are facing outward. To install the new switch, we're just going to push it on. Just being very careful because we don't want to break it. Just like that. Now we're ready to remove the old start switch. To do so, we're just going to grab a hold of the start switch and remove the Molex connector by pulling straight out. We'll set the old one aside. Now that we have the new start switch, let's install it. So we're just going to line up the Molex connector and push it directly on the new start switch, just like that. Now we can install the new start switch onto the new start button on the actual console assembly. Now we're going to position the new start switch onto the control panel, and there are 2 clips on the actual start switch itself that are going to get tucked inside the actual start cover. So we're going to carefully install it. Just like that. Alrighty. Now we're ready to reinstall the user interface onto the control panel. It has some slotted grooves, so we're going to line up the actual user interface and and slide it in place, just like this. Now we can open the door and reinstall this control panel. We're just going to line up the control panel with the door liner. Lay the door assembly flat. Now we're ready to reinstall the 6 T20 screws. So these screws are not magnetic, so I'm going to start a few with my hands and then finish fastening them with the drill. Now we're ready to reinstall the actual front panel assembly. So now we're going to grab a hold of the front door panel, line it up. Now, one thing I want to point out before doing the actual job is there's these 2 tabs here on each side that do get pushed in to these center circles in the middle. So we're going to line up the actual door panel. Push those clips into place on both sides and then re-secure this panel with the 4 T15 screws we removed earlier. Go ahead and shut the door. We can now check the operation of the unit, and this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality in-home repair video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.